I'm ready.
Hi everyone, here I am Sofia, lean coach at Instituto Lean Management of Spain. Next we will start the Campos Estela session, solving problems in child's play. I will meet you, Martí Garcia, he is the General Manager of Campos Estela. He will present us how they have involved their customers, the children of the school canteens where their menus are served in a problem-solving process using the scientific method using the PDCA. Martí?
Hello, good evening, everyone. As Sofia has told you, I manage Campos Estela. In 1968, my parents started cooking for a small kindergarten near of Barcelona. Mom cooked really good, and Dad drove his car, buying and delivering meals all around. And nowadays, we are a great team, with more than 600 people cooking for more than 10,000 children every day around Catalonia. Sometimes I like to think that we are cooking for a small village. I need to explain that in Catalonia, school canteens are not only designed to serve food. Lunchtime is included in the pedagogical project of each school, and we understand lunchtime as an opportunity to develop.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Okay.
Okay, it's okay. Some years ago, we saw a group of children.
Did you start, Sofia?
Yes, we started.
Yes, we have just started. Okay. Hi, Ariel. Some years ago, he saw a group of children who were eating in one of our dining rooms, and there was more bread left over than were students in the lunchroom. They were only eating the center part of a slice of bread, and so then we thought that we had to do something. And then we decided to work about how to reduce the food waste and how to raise awareness among who will be the citizens of the future children, and also how to value food and cook's work. And then work the Pesa y Piensa in English is wait and think method. The wait and think method is to raise awareness and action against wasted food in schools and the generation of leftovers. And I'm going to show you with this video.
El projecte Eco Waste for Food és un projecte europeu Interreg que els 2 primers anys està centrat en fer un intercanvi entre les regions i ciutats sòcies. Dintre d'aquest primer any hi ha una sèrie de visites creuades entre nosaltres. La primera que es va fer va ser a Catalunya. Vam poder ensenyar projectes en l'àmbit de la restauració, en l'àmbit municipal, en l'àmbit hospitalari, els centres de distribució gratuïta d'aliment, el banc dels aliments i el projecte Pesa y Piensa.
Pesa y Piensa, com a projecte educatiu, pretén conscienciar els infants envers el malbaratament i els ajuda a desenvolupar eines per tancar el cercle des de la generació de compost per als usos de les escoles, però alhora també esdevé una aplicació que ha ajudat a moltes escoles a reduir fins a un 75% els residus generats.
Fish, 4 chicken, 4 chicken.
There was a vegetable stream. We served 172 meals there. This is kilo. They left 5.6.
Des de tots els àmbits es reconeix que l'educació, també per altres fites, però concretament pel malbaratament alimentari, doncs és importantíssim. És des d'on s'ha de partir. Què els ha agradat? Doncs veure in situ una escola amb els nens, com feien l'activitat, veure'ls allà involucrats, com pesaven els seus residus, el malbaratament que podien fer.
La gran descoberta del Pesa i Piensa és com els infants aconsegueixen canviar la seva mirada i la mirada de qui els envolta en relació al valor dels aliments.
Okay. And the wait and think method consists on following 6 steps. First one, separate, then wait, record, think, suggest, and recover the food value.
Stop, Marty, stop. Have you noticed it? The 6-step wait and think method is actually a PDCA for children. Can you see the next? Okay. Separate and wait is the do step. Record is the check step. Think is the act step, and the plan step is set a goal and value for it. Marty, you have designed a very simple method for little scientists. But go on. I promise not to interrupt you anymore.
Okay, thank you. Yes, really. Just after they have eaten, children will separate the waste. It's left in 4 different containers. Light packaging waste, as Jaguar pods, organic waste, as chicken bones, banana skins, wasted food, those are leftovers that they could have eaten, and water. Then they weigh all the waste from the meal systematically and precisely under the supervision of a dining room monitor, and the results are recorded on graphs, and they become aware that lifting food good waste also means wasting the natural, human, and technical resources that are needed to produce and transport and cook it. Pupils, the kitchen staff, and teachers think about the waste generated, investigate the origin and what they have eaten, and when all the figures have been collected, they propose specific actions to fight against food waste. The Wasting project was schools learning in dialing context. The explanation of his sentence is that project allows to develop the competence learning because bring usefulness, they are useful learnings and with sense in a real context to the child. This is significant because it's allowed to integrate the knowledge which has been presented in the classroom context and transferable because this experience about knowledge plus experience can be applied in other contexts. All this idea has sense in the present curricular context will tell us about learning experiences. And when we're just finishing, we arrived to the goals. Since 2012, more than 6,000 children involved, aged from 3 to 16. We win a reduction of 70% in food waste and 50% in production of waste. And we have recovered every year more than 10,000 meals. And now from 2022, we just start the implementation of data analysis functions because we need to develop predictive models to improve supplies and improve menu engineering. And we offer a new website with educational resources for families and school canteens. And what about our lean vision? No, we can offer you 3-4 things that we can learn about to the gaming teams, to your gaming teams, because with children we can work, we only can play, and we name this way our learn to detach, to learn, to unlearn way. Okay, and this is the 4 best points we can offer. We work on and from guest experiences. Then childs become data science living on Gemba and so close to the coast. Second, we involve the guests on pilot projects. You can think it is more risk, yes, it's sure, it's really risk, but also it's more cheap and efficient. We test easy solutions. Sometimes we have a budget. When we start, we have a budget for tablets, and then we use paper and pencil. And actually, we always use paper and pencil. No, don't need so important budget for that. And finally, guests become a change agent because childs involve family on challenge goals. And that's it all. Thank you so much for that opportunity to share that. And if you want to know more about this project, we can find in these websites, and you can find there. That is Pesa y Piensa.org or camposestela.com. Thank you so much, Sofia.
Hi, Oriol.
Hello.
A question for you. How do you think about this project?
Me?
Yes.
Oh my God. So I didn't expect that. It was not in the script. It's okay. I really think that sometimes when you go to a place and they say, oh my God, PDCA is very difficult. To make A3s is very difficult. Okay, you say, well, no, it's a chilled game. And well, finally, we can share an example with all of you that really is a chilled game. And also there are something very, very important because Martí, I think that Childs is the worst customer. Is the from all the perspectives, Child is the worst customer. And most of you have children and so on, you know, they are terrible. They are very, 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 very terrible. So how do you make that they are attending the sessions? How do you make to involve them? Because a child, after 1 minute, if this is not interesting for them, they just leave. So they don't pay attention to you. So I think that what you did, there is a lot of tips that I think that all the other that we work with adults, we can use. So how do you make that, Martí?
It's so easy. It's just listen and relax. You can do any more. I have a friend that is a movies director, and she told me, I never wanna work with childs because you don't know never what it will happen. Yeah. Yes, I know what happened when we work with childs. You only can listen and listen and listen. Is living in their Gemba. Sometimes we ought to translate to our vision what are they saying, but it's also important. I can tell you that for us the more difficult is not to work with children. Is the complexity of our kind of job, because we are always combining emotions with children and work in kitchen, because to be in kitchen is the finally when you work in kitchen. Remember, kitchen are places where it's so dangerous. We can find fire, knives, freezing. You always are looking for consistency, and consistency in kitchen is talk about how you say discipline, okay, and focus. Always talking, and something the more difficult really is to combine that, okay, being a super focus plan of the action that is in kitchen, and you leave this always focusing on the objectives, and you go out to live in the child's Gemba. Is the same. It's easy.
And I think that is something that probably you are involved, you don't pay attention. That is the learning. So for children to learn is natural, and what you're putting in front of them is a challenge. Okay, you say, do you know what happens with the food that we waste? Do you know how much that we waste? Oh, I don't know. I don't have this. So they want to learn. So really, children is not interested in the solution. They're interested in learn, in play, in understand, and to transform things, to make things different. Okay, and sometimes they are at the middle of whatever the children is doing, they just quit, they just abandon. So for them, really, the process is very important. Sometimes we forget when we make PDCAs, when we make A3s, and we are trying to make all lean stuff. Sometimes we forget that because we have a pressure. We have a pressure on time. We have a pressure on results. We have all these problems. And learning is a very, very important part. Without the learning part, the children's never is going to be involved in the solution. And I think that the Pesa y Piensa project shows that the first part is the learning. Okay, let's learn, let's measure, let's be scientists. Because if you ask the opinion, all of us, we have opinions. We have very strong opinions about everything. But facts is something that inevitable. We cannot beat that. And to learn about these facts is very important. So if you remember what Sofia has been told to us, first we start checking everything, making the weight, trying to collect all this data. This was they started with this do. Then they check. They understand why this goes to this place, why this goes to that place. With this, they think, they act, okay? And they plan the next experiment. Because I assume, Martí, that children doesn't arrive to one solution.
No,
but it's a continuous cycle, isn't it?
Yes.
Can you explain us a little how these continuous cycles works? Martí, your microphone.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, it's a start every day. To be disciplined, we work to focus children, work about Pesa y Piensa a little bit every day. This is the more difficulty that we have. And also translate that to as a game, not as a job, because we have no pressure for time, no pressure for data. Sometimes we ought to go to the backup of the system and change data because we have a point or not a point that is good placed in the data and not change. But always is the same. It's no pressure. It's a play, not it's a job, and let's fun. No, not more. We learn every day in children.
Yeah, I think that this is the most, and that's real. This is an advice for these 84 people that is watching us. Probably this is the most simple and successful PDCA that I have ever seen. So, because also it's so simple, you can deploy to any school, and it's so simple that it can involve to everybody. And this is very good. This is very good. Okay, and I have more questions for you, Martín. While I'm waiting that people is making more questions in the chat. So remember, there's 85 in this room. We are not alone. I'm not alone with Sofia and Martí. Also, you are here. Probably you want to make questions. And I have one for you, Martí. Now, what's next? What is the next challenge? Because this has been very exciting. Okay, this is, but I want more. Martí.
Yeah, I told you, we have just working last 2 years with Eurecat, is a data analysis center of reference in Catalonia, and we want to work. We are working on data analysis because we have a important inconvenient. Our way of supplies, we manage our supplies one week before that we need. Now we go to our provider. I demand that they give me some potatoes when I never know how many children we will have in the lunch school. And then we are working on data analysis functions to develop those predictive models to improve supplies, because it's the more important part of the cost in the kitchen. Okay.
There is one question from Romana Naskret that she did. She said, this is a very important topic, and this should be obligatory subject in every school. How this project helps as a subject in the school? So with which other topics is linked?
Well, I always tell all my friends that I have friends on Loyal, Engineering and Economics, and all of them tell us, I think that it's necessary that in the schools talk about my job. And I always say, for me, it's easy because in all the schools talk about our job. No? All the schools talk about big kitchens. Well, nowadays in Catalonia, we have a law from year 2020 that we have the consideration we have to prepare every year a food waste plan for school lunch, and we work on that 10 years ago, but that is it will be obligatory in few months, I think so. And then is how we can help to schools and children. More than the loyal obligations, I think that programs like that can help children to develop so different competence. Not only mathematic competences, not only social competences. They ought to work together. They ought to negotiate each ones and others to calculate data. They ought to analyze all of together. They ought to propose solutions and go to work together. And this is so important for me, for kids. It's, as I say on my explanation, we not only cook for it, we cook for minds also.
That's excellent. A lot of times, a lot of people say lean should be taught in the schools. And we say, yes, some schools have been doing that, especially more higher schools. But really, it's not lean what we have to talk, what we have to explain or to teach. What we have to teach is to learn. Okay,
Yeah.
But this is what you have been doing. So to learn, and not PDCA or not these strange words, but with an example. So. And with this gamification, as you did. And sometimes when we try to make trainings in the companies, we insist on that. Okay, we're going to deliver some competences and let's say some theory, but let's do this practical. Let's start with some small houses, with some small things, some small plants. Let's put some seeds, because this is the best way to understand that. I assume that without doing this practical, children will never understand how to learn the new challenges and how to deal with, to arrive to solutions that they will never try to arrive. But after this project, for sure, the children say, okay, now if I have a new challenge, I know what I have to do. I have to measure, okay? I have to record. I have to reflect. I have to check, okay? I have to think. And then at the end, I have to act, okay? So I think that really, if never ever I have to, or to any of our audience, someone says, we want to do a lean project in the school, do it in this way. So here you have the website, and this is the best advice that we have for today. Okay, we are very, very near the end. So I want to just say thank you to you, Martí. Thank you to Sofia. Congratulations, because not only you have reduced the waste on the food that we throw away, but you have a better embraced children that is doing that. As you said, you are doing this as a startup. The best test is always with the customers. It's very risky, as it is, but you did it, and again, success. So thank you very much, Martí. Thank you very much, Sofia. Thank you very much for these 70 plus 80 people that have been here. Thank you very much to Jesus, Íñigo, to González, to Natalia, to a lot of people that I know that you are here, to Anna. I see a lot of people that I know here, and thank you very much for sharing with us 1 year more some of this lean practice that really, really we put here from our heart. So see you soon, and see you in the next sessions.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.